What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and John Boyega can't catch a break. One of Hollywood's biggest stars continues to get swapped out in China because China totally doesn't have a problem with black people. It's interesting to me, and the reason I keep covering these is because companies like Disney claim to care deeply about diversity and inclusion, unless it's going to cost them money. So when corporations say, we care about you, we care about on-screen representation, but we're going to erase you at any moment, it might cost us a dime over in China, then they don't really mean it. And John Boyega has gone through the ringer. If you remember back, there was the Star Wars poster difference. If you remember, they had made him, I actually pull this up, the artist for, I think it was in The Force Awakens. You can see here, let me bring this up. This was for The Force Awakens, and you see the poster here in the United States. John Boyega is the third largest person on the poster. You know, Kylo Ren, Rey, and then John Boyega. Even bigger than, like, you know, legends. Go to China. Uh-oh, where's John Boyega? Let me see. Can I find him? Where is this guy? Where is John Boyega? Oh, okay. They hit him way down here, and they made him ultra tiny. Why do you think that is? It's because Chinese people don't like blacks. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, is there a kinder way to reason? Is there any particular reason you can think of that the only thing that changed was the black man, and they made him smaller, and they hit him behind a lightsaber that wasn't there before? Oh no, that's his lightsaber. They crammed him in down there. So when Disney beats their chest about diversity and inclusion, you'll know they don't actually mean it. Now it happened to John Boyega again. British perfume brand Jo Malone, London, has issued an apology to John Boyega for dropping an ad he made for them and replacing him with a Chinese actor. The firm reshot the personal video the Star Wars actor made in his hometown of London for the Chinese market. Of course, I strongly support John Boyega in his resignation from Jo Malone ambassador role. And anybody who purchases their products, again, I don't know what else to tell you. If a company does this, it speaks volumes. John Boyega has resigned as a global ambassador for perfume brand Jo Malone after he was replaced in an ad made for them by a Chinese actor. The Star Wars actor made the personal video in his home city of London, but was reshot for the Chinese market. The company apologized for what it described as a misstep that caused the offense. No, it's racism. You knew that the Chinese market don't like the blacks, so you swapped them out, just like Disney did. Just like every major corporation that talks about how woke they are will quickly do if it ever costs them a penny. Now, John Boyega responded on Twitter with the appropriate amount of venom, saying, I have decided to step down as Jo Malone's global ambassador. Global, not just the UK ambassador. When I joined the brand as their first male global ambassador last year, I created a short film we used to launch the campaign. It won the Fragrance Foundation Virtual Awards 2020 for Best Media Campaign. Their decision to replace my campaign in China by using my concepts and substituting a local brand ambassador for me without either my consent or prior notice was wrong. The film celebrated my personal story, showcasing my hometown, including my friends, and featured my family. While many brands understandably use a variety of global and local ambassadors, dismissively trading out one's culture this way is not something I condone. It's back to back, but I assure you This will be dealt with swiftly. I don't have time for nonsense. We press on and strong. Say blessed people. I mean, this is a brand. This is a brand endorsing obvious racism. I don't really know any other way to put this. And John Boyega has been on the forefront, and he actually talked about, John Boyega and I talked on Twitter about this, and he did speak out against the fact he was unaware that Disney had shrunken his image on the Force Awakens poster. But he's also spoken out about how his experience in Star Wars was the only one that seemed to affect, that dealt with his race or was different because of that. You could see this article in GQ. I'm the only cast member whose experience of Star Wars was based on their race. I mean, this is John Boyega being clearly aware or keenly aware that at least in some concept or some capacity, Disney hired him as a token and didn't really care. They wanted to, use him, put him on the poster and say, we've got a black guy in Star Wars. Isn't this stunning and brave? But also we're going to make him really tiny on the Chinese poster because, I mean, we're not going to lose money. What I say to Disney is do not market a black character as important and then push them aside, which is exactly what they did. They made a big deal about John Boyega and how Finn was going to have a major role, and he was essentially his role was essentially pointless in the movie. And that's exactly what they did. And Disney doesn't care. Disney just wants to have, their black guy in the film and have, all the articles written about, hey, we have Kelly Marie Tran and John Boyega in this film, and it's really awesome, and you should really see it. You guys know what to do with Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver. When it came down to me, you knew F all. And that's exactly what he's talking about. He's saying that they took time to write these two characters. You can see this is a multifaceted environment that birthed him. Other directors agreed. In 2014, he found himself brought into the Star Wars fold by J.J. Abrams. Q is revealed as a conflicted stormtrooper, once known as FN 2187, an absurd attempted boycott, the fourth highest grossing film of all time, and laterally, the millions that enabled Boyega to surprise his parents with their own brand new home 3 years ago. Yet again, in another instance when Boyega seems keen to revise public record on something really played out, whereas previously he responded to flagrantly terrible commentary that greeted the casting in The Force Awakens. Get used to it. And he has since deleted an Instagram post he had about it. There were some people that were up in arms about a black stormtrooper, which is stupid. Yeah, okay, fine. If we want to go deep into the lore, into the clones and all this kind of stuff, yeah, okay, fine. But it's like not, all right. Is it a diversity move? Yeah, but the story's awesome. The story of like a defecting stormtrooper, and they just blew it. They just blew it, and they just. I mean, he could have had such an amazing role in that film, and they just tossed him aside. And meanwhile, all the media, though, was talking plenty about how stunning and brave Rose Tico was. Her character sucked. John Boyega, his character sucked. And Rose Tico got even worse writing. She was essentially pointless in the film. But John Boyega had such a great opportunity for the story. And they just tossed him aside. But they were happy. Oh, so happy to put him on the poster. So I definitely support John Boyega in calling this kind of stuff out. And it's unfortunate that, he has to continue to face what is clearly an obvious swap out because they're worried about the Chinese market. You don't apologize. In a statement of The Hollywood Reporter, Joe Malone London said, John is a tremendous artist with great personal vision and direction. The content for the film was based on John's personal experience and should not have been replicated. While we immediately took action and removed the local version of the campaign, we recognized that this was painful and the offense that it caused. We respect John and support his partners and fans globally. We are taking this misstep very seriously. Misstep? You did it on purpose. You mean the very same people that are saying, oh yeah, this was a misstep. You idiots, we know you greenlit it. It didn't just happen. It's not the first time Boyega has fallen foul of editing in the Chinese market. Back in 2016 with the poster. Well, keep that in mind when you pay any company money. All those people that are supposedly so woke that they're licking the boots of billion-dollar corporations. Keep that in mind. If you put your money where your mouth is, it's disgusting. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.